G'day everyone, it's James here from Yati Yoga, and I'm here to bring you another one of our stretch classes. Sometimes we do them seated, sometimes we do them standing, and sometimes we do them on the floor. So again, depending on your ability, some of these classes may suit you better and some may be a little bit harder for you. But what we say is progress through the classes. So the seated ones are the easiest ones to start with. Then we've got some floor ones that sometimes can be a little bit more challenging just to get the body down to the floor and into a couple of those positions. And today we'll be doing a bit of a mix between a seated and a standing class. And we'll just see how we go with it. Remembering that when you do our classes, if you haven't done them before, just make sure that you've got medical clearance from your doctor or physician that allows you to perform these stretching and strength classes. And just remembering to listen to your body and to work with your body, not against your body. What we're going to do today, normally we start from feet and move our way up. So what we'll do that again. Make sure you've got a water bottle. And again, if you need a break, take a break as you feel if it's required, and then join back in when you're ready to join back in. So what we're going to do, we'll start lower leg and we'll move our way up. And what we're going to do, just for the first ones, I just want you to extend your feet. So make sure you've got a chair on a nice firm surface. Some of you may have chairs with arms, which can assist you with sitting to standing. If you don't have chairs with arms, it's totally fine, but you'll probably have to do a little bit more work through your quads and through your own leg muscles. So just to start, we're going to sit back in our chair. We're going to just let our legs dangle sort of off the floor, and I just want you to extend the feet down and flex, and extend and flex. So just to get some ankle movement happening. So just up and down, and we'll do that 4 or 5 times, and then we'll start with our circles. So now we move into our circles. So we'll go inwards first, both feet moving inwards for 3 and for 4. Draw in a big circle, 5 and 5 the other way, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Very good. We'll come up through the knee now. So come forward on your chair, sitting nice and tall. You can bring one leg up, and I just want you to hold under the thigh and extend the leg and extend and 2, extend and 3, extend and 4, extend and 5, up and 6, up and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Rest that leg. Same on the opposite leg. Extend 1, extend 2, 3 and 4, up and 5. Keep a straight spine. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Taking your hands away, this time we're going to lift back to the first leg, and you're going to do it without the support of your hand. So you're going to extend that leg. You'll feel it more through that top muscle in your thigh, the quad muscle, and back. And extend for 2. And extend for 3. Slight pause at the top just to feel that tension start to gather. And 4. And 5. If you need a break, have a break. If you can keep going, we're going for 10. And 7. Up and 8. Up and 9. And up and 10. Great work. Same on the opposite leg. Right leg lifts up, foot off the ground, and extend 1. And up for 2. And up for 3. And up for 4. And up for 5. And up for 6. And up for 7. And up for 8. And up for 9. And up for 10. So we've done some ankle work, we did some knee work, we've done some quad work. What we're going to do now, just a little bit of cardio. So just pumping those legs, tapping the ground as quick as you can. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break. Very good. Let's do it again. This time we'll count up to 10 and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the speed up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really good work. Just to get the heart rate up a little bit, just to get the blood flowing through our legs. So we've started to work through that lower body, starting to get some heat. What we're going to do, just some torso twists. So if you watch the side of you, make sure you got plenty of room, and just turn in the body and torso twist, trying to look over your back arm, over those fingertips. Keep a straight spine. May feel it through the spine, may feel it through the shoulders, potentially even through the neck. Turning back to center, opposite way. Turn the body, twist. Trying to look over your back arm, breathe in, straight spine, nice and tall, and back to center. This time, bring in both hands to the left leg, right hand to the left knee, left hand to the left hip. Open the chest and twist a little bit more, but this time put in some pressure to help twist and turn your body. So maybe you can find that you can go that little bit further with the hands on your leg rather than in the air. Bit of pressure. Turning back to center. Release the hands. Hands come to the opposite side. Right hand to right hip. Left hand to right knee. Open the chest. 3, 2, 1. Turn, twist, rotate. Trying to look behind you. A little bit of pressure through the hand to help twist that body. Breathe in. 2, 1. And release. So starting to work through the spine, very simple. We're going to go to the shoulders now. So just lifting those shoulders up, rotating them back and dropping them down. Up, rotate, 2. Up, rotate, 3. Up, rotate, 4. Up, rotate, 5. Up, rotate and 6. Up and 7, up and 8, up and 9, last one, up and 10. Really good. Give them a bit of a shake. Next one that we're going to do, bring your hands out in front, palms facing the screen or facing me. What we're going to do is squeeze those hands together, make a clenched fist, pull it in really tight, open those hands, squeeze and 2. Squeeze and 3, squeeze and 4, squeeze and 5, squeeze 6, squeeze and 7, 10 and 8, 2 to go, and 9 and 10. Keeping your hands there. Rotate your wrists once, rotate twice. Same way, 3 and 4 and 5. Opposite way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Arms come down. Bringing your hands by your side, lifting your arms up to shoulder height. Holding them there, just feeling some tension will start to create in the arms, because holding the hands here will cause the shoulders to get a little bit tired. We're going to do some shoulder circles. So we're going to do some little circles forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same 10 circles the other way. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very simple. Now we're just going to do small little lifts with our hands, like we've got aeroplane wings. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring those arms down. You might feel a bit of a burning sensation, may feel a little bit of warmth. We don't usually hold our hands like here, and that's our body responding to keeping those hands up in that position. Really good work. So we're going through that body, we're working up. I'm going to go through our neck now. So very simple, we'll do a couple of exercises. The first one's just going to be a neck rotation. So just turning, keeping the body dead still, and turning. And not trying to overemphasize, and really, we're going to build into these turns and rotations. And 4, and turning for 5, and turning for 6, and 7. We're going for 10. And 8. If you need a drink, have a drink when you need it. And 9. And 10. So that's the first one for our neck. So just doing some rotations. The next one, we're going to bring our neck left to right. So we're going to drop it to one side and then drop it to the other side. Just slowly moving through the center of the movement for 3. Inhale as you lift up for 4. Up for 5. Up for 6. Up for 7. Up for 8. And 9. One more. And 10. This time what we're going to do is we're going to go chin to chest forward for 1. And then full range all the way back for 2. And forward for 3. And back for 4. Keeping that spine tall and straight. Forward for 5. And backwards for 6. Forward for 7. And backward for 8. Forward for 9. And backward for 10. All right, so we've gone from the ankles, we've built ourselves up, and we've gone all the way up to our neck. Really good work. This one may be a little bit challenging, so just see how you go with it. What we're going to try and do is see if we can bring one leg and place the ankle onto the thigh of the opposite. Sometimes you'll see people and they'll be having a coffee and they may sit with their legs crossed like so, or potentially you may even see people that sit with their leg like so. So either. What we're going to do though is we're going to take the next step from this. So this movement for some people already may be a bit challenging. So just holding this position here, they might start to feel some tightness just depending on how tight their lower body is and their hips. From here, if you want to increase and start to feel it, what you want to do is bring the body forward from your hips. So we're going to come forward. We're going to try and bring our hands over our legs, and we're going to try and let our body sink down to really start to feel it through this outer hip region. So we're just sitting on the chair, and then every time we breathe out, we try sink a bit deeper and a bit lower. Starting to feel tightness, maybe slight pain in that outer hip, outer leg, maybe into the hamstring, and just staying here and breathing and sinking in, just trying to open and release that hip and breathe. Remembering that the longer that we can stay here, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, even up to 45 seconds is fine. And doing these stretches, we do the stretches once because we're trying to keep it to a nice 20-minute program. But if you've got more time, you're welcome to go through this twice and to make it into a 40-minute session, no problem. And slowly bring your body up and slowly release that leg down. Give them a bit of a shake. We're going to do the same on the opposite leg. So this time we're going to try and bring that left leg onto the left ankle onto the right thigh. Again, for some of you, this position may be enough to feel the tightness. You may not even be able to get it into this position yet, and maybe you're here, and with time, you're going to bring that leg up a little bit, and up a little bit more, and up a little bit more until we can get that foot and ankle onto that thigh. From here, we lean the body forward, arms are down, and we start to sink in. I already feel a little bit more tightness on this side than the other. So I'm starting to understand my body and understand which leg is more tight, which leg needs more stretching, and so forth. And just breathe and sink, and breathe and sink. Remembering that if our bodies have had more stretching, they tend to be more flexible, and they also tend to be less susceptible to injury. So stretching is just as important as doing the strength work in your workouts, especially as we age, because our bodies do tend to tighten up and to stiffen up. So what we're trying to do is reverse that. And then slowly coming up from that hip, bring it down, give those legs a bit of a shake. We're going to stand up. Now, just like to show you this. So I've got 2 bricks here, and this is pretty much just a normal house brick. Okay, so most people might have a couple of these hanging around in their backyards. If you don't, you may have a step or something that's quite sturdy to the ground, so quite firm. What we're going to try and do is stretch through this back part of the leg, the calf. And quite simply, just by getting that foot on an ankle, you can do that. So I'll show it a couple of ways so that you can see, but the goal is to keep the heel on the ground and put the toes or top part of the foot to touch to get that angle onto on the foot. So you want to get that 45-degree angle. From here, one leg stays on and that knee can bend. And then what you're trying to do is just bring the body forward. So I'm bringing my hips and body forward, keeping this leg relatively straight, and automatically straight away I'll start to feel tightness into that bottom calf. So I bring the body forward, I find that tightness, and I just stand there and hold it. Holding onto your chair or having some support will really help you with this as well. So really stretching through that calf and breathe, breathe, and breathe. Now, there is another way. So if you don't have anything like this, when I show you the left leg, I'll show you how you can do it on a wall. So we're going to move to the left leg, and then I'll show you, this is just a normal wall. I think you can still see me from where you are. What we're going to do is, I put the toes onto the wall, and I create that same 45-degree angle, and then I just lean my body forward. So again, I bring my body forward, I start to feel that calf tighten up, and then I just hold in this position here. So regardless if you don't have a step or a brick, you can definitely do it on the wall as well, just to really feel that tightness and stretch through that lower calf muscle. Okay, really good. So in the past, we've done some calf raises where we've done them on the floor. So today, if you don't have a brick, you can do your calf raises like so on the floor, where you're letting your heel just before the ground and coming up onto your toes, just before the ground and onto your toes. If you do have a brick, you can bring both feet to the brick. You stand with your feet, your toes just on one side of the brick. You drop the heels down and lift up in 1, and down and up in 2, and down and up in 3, and down and up in 4. So it's the same as a calf raise that you do on the ground, but when you do it on a step or a brick, your heel actually drops, sorry, I lost my balance. Your heel actually drops below the brick. So you're actually working that calf through a greater range of motion. So that's the benefit of that. We try and do our 15 to 20 reps here, working through the back of the leg. They say the calf muscle is one of the most important muscles in the body to work. They say it's an engine cell. If you've got strong calves, the rest of your body will follow on from that. So really building from the bottom up. And I always like to tell people it's like a house. You don't put the roof on first. Got to build a strong slab, strong base. Get your base and the rest will build. Okay, so coming off that step now, just stepping the legs a couple of times. We need to work a little bit of the back of the hamstrings for a stretch too. So just bringing your leg onto your chair. From here, you can have a slight bend, and you can bring your body forward to start to feel the hamstring start to tighten up. Straight leg is fine as well. I just find that when it's done with a bent leg, you can actually maneuver your body into different positions. Because there's 3 hamstring muscles, you can work just by moving into different positions. You can feel that you can engage those 3 muscles a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on which way you move. So you'll find the spot where there's more tightness or less tightness. Find that spot, stay there, and breathe through it for 15 seconds. Breathe in, and just release. Okay, leg down, swap in the legs, come to the opposite leg. Whether you want a slight bend or not, find your position, bring your body forward, feel that tightness. And wait, what you may find is, so I might do half the stretch with my body more on the inside of my knee to work through the inner hamstring muscles. And then after a little while here and that sort of loosens up, I try and move my body to the outside. So by bringing the knee in a little bit and move my body to the outside, just to try and trigger different areas and of those hamstring muscles. Okay, very good. We're going to come off that. We're going to come back to the front of our chair. I'll come to the side of the chair. We need to do some squats. So we're going to touch that chair and we're going to come back up. If you've got your side handles and you need that support, you use that support. If you don't need the support, you can have your hands across your chest or in front of you. Touch your chair and come up. Again, also, if you find it hard just to touch and come up, you're welcome to take a seat and come back up. Take a seat and come back up. Okay, let's go. 1 and 2 and 3. Remember when we're squatting, 4. It's about the bum going back. 5, not the knees coming forward. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. 5 to go. And 11, up and 12 and 13, 14 and 15. Coming back, standing nice and tall. We're going to do some side bends. So reach into one side, center, 2, center, 3, center, 4, center, 5, center, 6, center, 7, center, 8, center, 9 and 10. Bringing your legs a little bit wider apart. We're just going to do some hip rotation. So just bringing your hips to one side, coming forward with your hips. Hips to the opposite side and back with your hips. So call these hip circles. Don't have to be fast. If anything, you want to go for range of motion over speed. 2. Really try and open those hips up, round them. Come to one side and 3. Other side, keep it going. And 4, one more this way, and then we rotate and go the opposite way. Last one here. And 5. Center, back the other way. Let's go. Around this back, one side. You may feel it through the hips, through the groin, outer thigh, hamstrings, many different areas, but really good. 2. Next rotation for 3. 2 to go. And 4. One more. And 5. Okay, so we've done today being mainly stretching class, not as much strength work. Again, give me some feedback. If you'd like me to split these classes and to have a predominantly strength class and a predominantly stretch class, we can do that. If you prefer to keep them combined, that's fine as well. Remembering, we try to keep them short, but you can certainly make them longer if need be. Hope you enjoyed the class. I'll see you at the next one. Keep following along.